Hey everybody, it's been a long while since I've done a bike trader type video, so I thought let's go on here and have a little look for 125s because a lot of people are going to be wanting to get onto the road, in the second-hand market. But first I thought let's have a very quick for fun look at the highest priced thing on here. Okay, I was expecting stuff like this, if I'm honest. MVs, Ducatis, wow. Oh, that's a Lamborghini one, that's why. Okay, that was what I was expecting. I was not expecting something for 800 grand. Shit kicker. It says shit kicker on it. The pictures are sideways. It's been airbrushed. Well, you can't tell how well because it's blurry pictures. What? Oh, God. Oh, alien on the front. Okay. And it's 800 grand. 1984 CB 1100 for 800 grand. I'm gonna guess 2 extra zeros. And it was supposed to be 8, or maybe they're just trying to get interest. I don't know, but 800 grand. Gee, I don't think so somehow. Anyway, right, let's go. Used bikes. A 125 and a 125. We'll go from highest to lowest. Okay, so 0, that's to be expected. Is that English Electric? No, it's not. Oh, okay. 8 grand for a Vespa? Are they really that expensive? Yeah, electrics, dirt bikes. Electrics, older things. The order's always very weird on here because all the sponsored ads that get placed in, because this is supposed to be by price highest, and as you can see, there's ones up here that shouldn't be. Aprilia AF1? Some people will be very excited about that. I mean, I get it, but I'd just rather get a bigger bike. Okay, come on, down the price, because I'm looking for people who are looking, in the spring's coming up, looking to get a bike. Second hand, because they're on a bit of a budget, so we're not going to be looking at this sort of money. Oh my God. I know they're more, is this used? What? Oh, that's new, I think. But that one's got 4 and a bit thousand miles on it, and it's still nearly, wow. Okay. Let's bring the price down. Let's keep bringing the price down. Yep, keep bringing it. Wow, you don't see many of those anymore on the road. They are huge as well. I would like to ride one at one point just to know what they're like to ride. Did I get to ride one? I'm trying to remember now. No, I don't think I did. I think I sat on one at one of the meets. What is that? No, RS125. Okay, come down the price. It's come down the price. Okay, should we put a maximum in? Or are we gonna get there? 4.5 grand? I like the design on it, but with 7,000 miles on it from 2014? What? Unique decals, new title. Well, yeah, but I'm not sure if maybe it's right. I don't know. The bike market is a bit crazy. I'll look at DRs before we finish and see how much they're going for. Probably about 6 grand now or something silly. Okay, we really need to drop down the price here. Let's just jump a few pages. Okay, let's put a maximum in. Price, 3 grand. Okay, so we've got CBF 125, one of the newer ones. CBR 125, 3 grand. Okay. Looks pretty clean. Bit difficult to say with the pictures. Oh no, that looks very nicely clean. So 3 grand, yeah, seems about right, I guess. What is that? The FB. Actually, I know it's just another Chinese bike, but I mean that looks interesting. It looks pretty cool. Ooh, that's very green. 3 grand, come on. All right, I want to get down the price. Let's see some cheap stuff. 3 grand for an MT. Come on, cheap, cheap, cheap. What do I want to see it cheap then? All right, well, let's change that to 2.5. Scooter, three-wheeler. Not a surprise, it was one of those are up there. Still getting some new bikes, obviously, because there are bikes around this sort of price. CBR 125 for 2.5 grand. Looks in good nick. Not bad at all. It's more down in what people would be looking at money-wise, probably. Well, I don't know, it all depends on your budget, doesn't it? Some of you are trying to get into bikes with as little money as possible, and some people can get onto it and actually have choice and be like, yeah, I'll spend a bit of money here, spend a bit of money there, which is absolutely fine. Just don't be silly with it. Remember, it is a 125, and if you do want to do riding for a long time, you're going to want to get a bigger bike. But I was on a 125 for 7 years, so don't think that I'm hating on 125s. What? Triton. Not Norton, Triton. Definitely not trying to steal the logo colour of the artwork or shh. Yeah. Okay, we've seen about this sort of range. Let's bring that price down again, but let's do a good drop. Let's go bottom rung. Well, Lex Moto Assault kind of says it all. Okay, it's going to be Chinese buys. It's going to be lots of Chinese buys. That's not too bad. What year is it? 2009. Oh, that's quite old actually. It's quite a high price for an old one. It's only 15,000, and they do go for a long time. Oh, there we go, Sinis Apache. 1,400 quid. Wait, well, let's have a look. What year is it? It's a 2013, okay? So people say these bikes are fall apart and they're horrible within a few years. This bike is 9 years old. I mean, the plastics look like something's been done to them. Oh God, what? Yeah, it looks like it's been covered in a polish so thickly you can see it all over the lights, over the dials. Don't know, it's weird. I had to say, yes, a 9-year-old bike. I can't see any visible rust on it. The exhaust is interesting looking, like it definitely was rusty. There's the signs of the rust. Yeah, that's what I expect to see. A bit more of it. You don't get a huge amount of them because obviously that's alley and the frame is steel. It's got reasonable, and there's a bit of rust down there. But yeah, that's fair for 9 years old. That's not too bad. 1,400 quid. As long as there's nothing wrong with the engine, that's quite a sweet little deal. That's what I paid for mine originally, new. But you're not going to do stuff like that anymore. Mine must have been like Euro 3. Well, now we're getting to the more interesting low end. Nothing looks too bad as yet. It's going to get lower. Cat N, yeah, keyway. What is that? Oh, it's the headlight. I thought it was wrapped in foil. Is that actually wrapped in sellotape? It is entirely wrapped in sellotape. What is the story behind that? Being in a crash, front end damage held together with screws, etc., etc. Tape. It's spelled tape. Project, we've seen that before. And we're at the bottom of the rung. Okay, yeah, okay, so there's bikes out there for you to choose, for sure. But not a lot of them are very inspiring. What I mean is like a lot of them are just commutery sort of things. Should we have a look for yeah, let's reset this. And then we'll go to make. Suzuki model DR-Z. Okay, so we've got an E for 3 grand, and is that, yeah, that looks like an SM, so that's 3 and a bit grand, 4 grand, 4.5 grand, 4 grand, 3.5. What is that? 3.5 grand for that? I think not. What did you do? What did you do? You've... Oh, it's like a banana. It looks like a banana. We've gone for an under exhaust. Sorry if you made this bike. Oh, I'm gonna throw up in my mouth. This has got a big carb on it. But yeah, no, sorry, I don't. Oh, why did you do this? I like the clean look. Suppose chain's a bit iffy. Wait, that's not an SM tail. That's a E or an S. E? So that's interesting. Because those... Oh no, it is because it's that way. It is an E. Okay, anyway. 4.7. Is that it? Okay, so they're all under 5 grand. That's quite reasonable. Blurry pictures. Rust doesn't look too bad. Yeah, don't see any rust under there. A load of extra panels. Okay. Mileage, 10,000 miles, 3 owners. Anything wrong with it? I'm quite surprised by this because their prices seem to be going up and up and up. They do seem to have plateaued now. Well, it looks after bike. Fair. If you want a DR, there is a few up for grabs. There's not many left in the country. Anyway, well, if you want to get a bike, there's a little look through the 125s and give you an idea of, like, you know, how much you might need to spend. There is a bit of short selection there. I feel like you did see a bit of everything in there, but it just felt like a lot of things that were like, oh, that's cool, just weren't there. Maybe they've already been bought, and what you've got left is most of the ones that people are like, that really is an A to B bike. No hate to anyone who has like a CBF 125, but the front suspension on that thing is, it won't teach you much for a bigger bike, I'll just say that much. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, smack the like button, subscribe if you're new here. I've done lots of other videos like this with more focused views, and as in targets the criteria we're looking at. And yeah, if you want to help support this channel, consider joining Patreon. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.